One of the questions I get most often is, where should we start? There are so many different tools and assessments and ideas that we've got. So how should we prioritize that? I look at it across two dimensions. So the first is to consider the buying process, the journey that your buyer has got to go through. Now, Gartner breaks this down into a series of 6 jobs to be done that any buyer has to do if they're going to buy something. It starts with identifying a problem that is meaningful and expensive and important to fix. Solution exploration. How could we solve this problem, either using the tools that we've got today or with partners or by buying a new product? Requirements gathering. What do we need this new thing to do to solve our problem? Supplier selection. Does this tool do what we need it to do? Validation. We think we know what we want to do, but we need to be sure. And then finally, consensus creation, making sure that everyone in our organization is on board. And this is the same whether you're buying a new product, whether you're upselling, cross-selling, or indeed renewing. So the buyer has to go through that process. The second dimension that I would look at are all the members of the buying group. Now, as we know, post the pandemic, buying groups are getting larger, they're getting more fragmented, they're getting more remote. There are many people that are involved in making a decision that can either say yes, or more importantly, that can say no. So consider your champion. That might be your main product owner, the person that is sponsoring you into the organization. The economic buyer that holds the budget for a tool like this. The senior executive sponsor that would be sitting over the top of a project like this. And then you get into all the other influencers, the administrators that might use this tool, the users that are actually going to log in and use the tool, the system integrator or implementation partner that's going to integrate and build the tool, legal that are going to negotiate the contract, the infosec teams that are going to validate your compliance and governance and security, the tech support team that can provide first and second line support, and it goes on. There are many different teams that are influencers in your deal. So what I would think about is to consider, where is your biggest issue in pipeline generation? Is it top of the funnel in terms of we just need to have more opportunities coming through, in which case I would be focusing more at the front end of the buying process. How do we encourage more buyers to identify a meaningful problem and to start exploring various solutions? So I would focus here rather than on the ROI calculators and everything at the end. And secondly, I would pick maybe 2 or even 3 of your different buyer personas and really understand the problem that they are facing at this problem identification phase. Because a champion is facing a different problem to maybe the economic buyer or the executive sponsor. So consider the problems that they're facing and how you can develop a tool, a calculator, an assessment, a diagnostic that is going to help them to understand that their company is falling behind their peers in this specific topic.